Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode. And I personally believe this one to be great. The Gridiron Glory with Tad and Will. We're here to cover all 32 teams. And yeah, so we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos and what they did against the Atlanta Falcons ever so casually, putting up 38 points to their 6. Yeah. So I mean, a really tough. I guess I'll just. All with all due respect, to be, respectful and professional here. Really tough day for the Falcons. The 6 points there going on the road. You definitely wanted to see kind of a better, much of a bounce back game for them. 18 of 27. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Kirk Cousins, his offensive line allowing the 3 sacks. Bijan Robinson just, only the 35 yards there. Drake London did have a few catches. 61 yards there. Ted, where would you rank Bijan Robinson amongst the running backs in the NFC?
Probably like 3rd to 5th.
An interesting take. And what about Drake London amongst the wide receivers?
Top 10 probably
Gotcha.
in the NFC.
And I'm not even gonna speak on the defense whatsoever because they didn't do their job at all. I see these defensive. Sure, I'm looking at the paper and everything, but I'm ignoring it simply because they didn't literally show up. So that's my take on that. The score speaks for itself. Do better next week. Defensive coordinator and defense, do your job better next week. With all due respect, if I was just speaking on this from any aspect. And let's get into the flip side of it. The Denver Broncos putting up 38 points. Bo Nix, 28 of 33, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. His offensive line only allowing 1 sack. Tad, I want to humbly and genuinely, sincerely, personally ask you, yes, where would you rank Bo Nix amongst the rookie quarterbacks in the NFL that are starting?
He's definitely had one of the biggest glow-ups the last several weeks compared to any of the other ones. He leads his team back to a winning record. Probably should have led a game-winning drive to beat the last undefeated team in the NFL last week. He led a perfect drive, and now he backs that up by doing this against Atlanta. He's just going out there and balling. It's hard not to be impressed. And what Jaden Daniels is doing is on another level, so I'd probably have to put him first. But Caleb Williams has been a bit underwhelming at times. Drake May is still just getting his feet wet. He's not as acclimated yet. So, you could make a strong case that Bo Nix is number 2 among rookie quarterbacks at this point, and he's, in fact, gaining on Jaden Daniels, possibly.
I would say, Tad, personally, I respect your take on Jaden Daniels. For me, it's just, it's kind of flipped. Jaden Daniels is amazing. He's great. And Jaden Daniels has had an amazing season. But for me, I'm going to have to really back Bo Nix here just because, like you said, you lead the perfect drive against the Kansas City Chiefs at the end of that game. You were the offensive rookie of the month in October. You come in here with a team that, had a lot of pieces. You didn't expect to know what was going to happen, but you're getting sneakily good pieces that have been really showing up, like Audric Estime, Marvin Mims Jr., Jaleel McLaughlin even. Sean Payton has really found a way to build chemistry with these guys, build chemistry with Bo Nix. And yes, Tad, it's just really impressive what he's been able to do this season with Bo Nix.
It
I mean,
really is.
despite personal feelings of him, just maybe even, but like from a football standpoint, he has put together quite the team here, offensively and defensively.
Yes, absolutely. And what Bo Nix has done is impressive. And like I said, I think he's quickly gaining on Jaden Daniels, and I think he's making it a real race for the offensive rookie of the year. I think that's turning into a real race. Like a few weeks ago, even maybe it felt like that was kind of wrapped up for Jaden Daniels, but at this point, it's really going to be a competitive finish to see who gets the offensive rookie of the year. I think between
I
those
mean,
two.
I think it comes down to like we're gonna pretty much be watching Bo Nix and Jaden every week now to you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean Bo Nix plays the Raiders next week, so we'll see. The Denver Broncos are cooking, sir. I mean, they are onto something there in the Mile High City with rookie quarterback Bo Nix. Because he's just a rookie now, sir. And I don't know, man. You like what you're seeing so far.
Yep. You definitely like what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of good pieces being used well. He's acclimating Cortland Sutton into the offense. The two rookie receivers are looking good.
You even
Vele
got
out of
guys like
Utah.
Little Jordan Humphrey, Devon Bailey.
Troy Franklin, his college teammate, with a touchdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're seeing a lot of acclimation there. Um, so yeah, just a lot of quality play there. Obviously, the defense is playing at a high level as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this deep. I mean, Tad, if you were to ask me personally, where would I rank the Denver Broncos defenses amongst defenses in the NFL? I would definitely say they are a top 5 defense.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of defenses in the AFC specifically, personally, I'd probably have to put the Pittsburgh Steelers first, and then I'd probably look at Denver right there, like competing for the number 2 spot.
I mean, Denver has built themselves into a playoff team this year. So, I mean, yeah, you got guys like, Nick Benito, Riley Moss. Yes, Pat, I would really like to ask you, where would you rank Riley Moss amongst cornerbacks in the AFC?
Yeah,
Specifically, actually, no. Here's a better question for you, Tad. Where would you rank Riley Moss amongst defensive rookies in the NFL?
um, unfortunately, I would not be able to rank Riley Moss among defensive rookies, considering he's a second-year player, though this is his first year starting. But when I look at when I look at Riley Moss, I definitely see a lot of talent in him. I see that Riley Moss is a player that's going out there, getting better every week, learning from some of the best cornerback play in the game. Obviously, you got Pat on the other side doing what he does. Jaquan McMillan's having a big year as well. It feels like just this entire Denver secondary. I mean, it's hard not to be impressed with what you're seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Riley Moss, the second year pro out of Iowa, misspoke earlier. Yes, he's doing great things. You also got guys like Justin Starr, Devin Kay, Malcolm Roach. Yeah, Malcolm Roach to me, I mean, yeah, the 3 total tackles, 2 solo, a sack, 2 tackles for loss, and a hit on the quarterback. The 5th-year player out of Texas, 14 solo tackles and a sack and a half on the year. I mean, a veteran, if nothing else, at the defensive tackle spot on that defensive line.
Yeah, definitely. An impressive defensive tackle. Like you said, the former Longhorn for the Denver Broncos now. So he's done a solid job. It looks like he's had some impacts. He's had his first full sack of the season in this game against Atlanta. So he's still working on some things. Getting the sack numbers up would probably be a big improvement there, and I'm sure he will do so. But yeah, a very solid season all around for this Denver defense, to say the least.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt and question about it, So They're having a terrific season. You know, they're still third place in the AFC West, the competitive AFC West kind of now at this point. KC 9-1, LA 7-3, Denver 6-5. So you figure Denver's going to be really looking to get a leg up on the Chargers by looking to beat the Raiders coming up on Sunday. So that's going to be a pretty big game there, sir. And then, amongst that, so there you have it. Broncos win this game 38-6. I didn't really have any other final thoughts or takes unless you did, sir.
Yeah, just a really tough one for Atlanta. Like you said, defense, they just didn't show up. The one player for Atlanta that I will highlight, maybe the one player that actually did their job, Young Ku, the kicker, got back in form, 2 for 2 long of 51.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah.
Other than that, like, just nobody executing their role on the Atlanta sideline.
A bad game for the Falcons, respectfully. And
Certainly.
You just got to shake it off and play next week, as Taylor Swift would say. 38-6, Broncos win. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. This is the Gridiron Glory podcast, where we cover all 32 teams, Tad and Will.